This was very important to me. It's like there have been other moments that have been very important for JJ. And in the beginning of the match, I asked JJ to let me start and stay. This is what's happening here. I'm telling him I need this. And he's very kind to let me have it. Let me start this match. There have been two people in my short but very eventful history in Revolution Pro Wrestling that have been the faces of some of the biggest happenings in my RevPro career and in my wrestling career so far, right? Sha Samuels is a big part of my breakaway from the Contenders division, and obviously in Southampton we've had the Respect match where I did not give him the satisfaction of hearing from me what he thought he was hearing from me, especially not in Southampton. And then, funny enough, also in Southampton, I became the undisputed British heavyweight champion, only to have that title being stolen away from me by a referee that has been proven more than one occasion is in need of extra training, and a champion that continues to run away from facing the responsibilities that he had in one of the biggest outrages of justice that have happened in Revolution Pro Wrestling. He didn't have to jump on me when a match wasn't even happening, and the refs didn't have to continue the match and allow that match to continue to happen as he did. But it did. That's what happened. And I understand having hot-headed decisions, but I don't understand not wanting to address the fairness of the decisions that were made in a moment, almost running away from an attempt to try and clear up the issues that were happening, right? I'm not going to relitigate that here. You can go back and watch all the things that I've said about it, and I'm happy to talk about it at another time when it's more relevant. But truth is, I had the chance, after months of being in the ring with them two, and this is important to all wrestlers, sure, but to me as well. In this specific case, it's obviously very important to me because it at least allows me to continue to try and push the narrative into balancing out how unfair the narratives in general have been to me. Because we all know the kind of things that are said by the hosts and the commentators of the RevPro shows, including by the matchmaker of RevPro, who has very publicly stated, I should have this as a button that I can press and it's just played immediately, stated he doesn't like me. Last Friday I put this video out. I woke up and I was marinating on this. I needed to just grab the phone and share these thoughts that I had as I was coming and approaching the match, because I felt like people need to know how I was feeling about it, right? And why it took so long to get here. Have you noticed that Michael Oku and Sha Samuels are having an undisputed British tag team title shot whenever they want it? I'm not saying they haven't earned it. That's not the point I'm making here. Listen up. We, the Sons of Southampton, have defeated the Young Guns. We eliminated them from the Revolution tag at the last 229. We have pinned one of them, just like Michael and Sha did. I have beaten the Young Guns twice, and still, Sons of Southampton don't get a title shot, but Sha Samuels and Michael Oku do. This shows, if there was any doubt, that we as wrestlers, we may be in charge of how we play the cards, but we are not in charge of the cards that get dealt to us. And the dealer is biased. This Sunday in Coventry, Sons of Southampton take on the two people that I have the most unfinished business with in Revolution Pro Wrestling. Not because I didn't want to finish it, but because the dealer is biased until he's not anymore. I've already talked about this with JJ, and this is a public message to RevPro, to the fans, to Michael Oku, and to the undisputed British heavyweight champion Sha Samuels. This Sunday, you're damn right it's personal. I don't hear JJ Gale say as much as people say he says that he's just focused on the undisputed British heavyweight champion. I hear a lot of people saying that he says that, and that's the case. We have seen here examples of people who are supposed to be the voice of RevPro looking at the Sons of Southampton as a side trip for JJ Gale and only putting him as the important piece of the puzzle in this equation. But I don't see JJ Gale feeling the same things. But JJ Gale doesn't get to decide the kind of shots that are thrown at me. It's actually RevPro as an entity that does. And the fact that Michael Oko and Chas Emos are getting that title shot before we are is another good example of how it's just the way it is, right? We are not the ones who get to deal the cards, we only get to play them. I don't want to go into talking about the fairness of it, I just want to acknowledge the fact that it is happening, and that it does happen, and I even acknowledge here that it's normal that it happens. That's the way things happen, that's the way it goes. So, I can't really explain why, actually I can, it's two teams that are on the way up and have established themselves in the tag team division, and there is interest by the fans to see Michael Oko and Chas Emos and the Sons of Southampton. And I think the way that the reaction to that match and the way that everything happened in that match, at least from a crowd and a fan's perspective, showed that it made business sense to put that match together. I don't know what happened with this video, but I wonder if me putting this video out exposed this problem, maybe a subconscious bias, because it feels like the what we got from RevPro was a little bit different, or they are trying to balance the scales a little bit more, or I have become such an integral part of RevPro that it makes no sense for the fans of RevPro to have RevPro shows without the centerpiece. The way that people reacted to the fact that I wasn't a part of the anniversary show was very telling. I think that tis what tis, we've discussed here, not tis mo tis, right? Tis what tis. We've discussed here already how wrestling doesn't owe me anything, right? That shots, people get the shots they get and that's it. But maybe RevPro has realized that the shows are better when I'm involved with them. I don't know. I just am appreciative of the fact that I was in the ring with the current and the former undisputed British heavyweight champion, and the two people that I have personal business with. Andy said in the Coventry wrap-up that Coventry and Sheffield September shows were the biggest and loudest crowds in those venues. I wonder who was on both those shows. I mean, should we...
Glorious! Wonderful! Magnificent! Resplendent! Irresistible!
Yep.
Indelible! Irrespectable.
How he manages to win people over, I don't know. And when I say that, I mean JJ Gale, his tag team partner included.
I won JJ Gale over by being a nice person. I need you to point at when I wasn't a good person to JJ Gale. We have created a good relationship, and I don't want to spoil it, but I dare say, because he dares say, we created a friendship. We'll get there. We all celebrate when you see you announced on the card, even when it's announced last minute. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, like I appreciate the big ups. Listen, it helps. It definitely helps. I also feel, and I'm appreciative as well, that it's not that, oh, it's the person, obviously that helps, right? It's the person that I watch on Twitch sometimes, but it's like, no, it's a professional wrestler that we like and we want to see him professionally wrestle. That means a lot as well.
This man, he genuinely believes it's all about him. I've never met an egomaniac like him.
You've seen mirrors before, Andy. You can shut up.
Let's go, Gideon. Andy Quilden has 100% met other egomaniacs with a bigger ego than me. He's so focused on this ego that I have that he doesn't see how I have done nothing wrong to JJ. In fact, I've done a lot of things right. I have sacrificed winning matches for JJ Gale just to prove that I have no bad intentions. Just to throw the olive branch is not the right expression here, but I can't speak this language, all right? I'm sorry I don't have the right idiomism. I can't even say idiomism properly. I don't even know if that's the kind of word to say. Stop looking at me like that, all right? And you would never drop kicking clean in the face? True. Listen, accidents happen, and maybe it wasn't that much of an accident, and I was just in the right place at the right time.
At the centerpiece, David Francisco is magnanimous and willing to share the spotlight with the man who calls himself the heart and soul of Revolution Pro Wrestling, JJ Gale.
We're definitely sharing the spotlight so much that everyone gets to hear his song and not mine, even though mine is a little bit better, right? I don't even making our entrance about me, am I?
And look, he did the finger pose and everything.
I cannot understand how people can say that he's not invested in the team.
Championship. He said this was going to be his,
Here we go.
his quest, if you will, before the year's done.
What's that say? What's that say?
David's our champion, yeah.
I think we should start listening to the fans, Andy, actually.
Oh, yeah. They did very, very well in the Great British Tag League, but it was close.
Absolutely no song.
Least experienced team in the Great British Tag League almost makes it to the finals. David, I love you. You're a top wrestler, but JJ has arguably the best theme in all wrestling. It doesn't have the best theme in all wrestling, but it does have a very good one.
It would be remiss of me not to mention the history between David Francisco and Michael Oku.
Well done, Andy.
And the history between David Francisco and Sharp Samuels.
I am just glad that we are acknowledging this history and everything that I've been through so far, and we're not running away from it. Which feels like what's been happening lately for the past few months, but not anymore. They don't even have a tag entrance, they're not a real team. That is true, they're not a real team, right? In this match, in this context, JJ and I actually are the experienced tag team.
It was David Francisco that stabbed Sharp Samuels in the heart.
Yeah, let's
and
rewrite that, shall we?
That's not exactly what happened.
Is gave Sharp Samuels a taste of his own medicine, perhaps.
Absolutely.
This was very important to me. It's like there have been other moments that have been very important for JJ. And in the beginning of the match, I asked JJ to let me start and stay. This is what's happening
David
here.
Francisco.
I'm telling him I need this. And he's very kind to let me have it. Let me start this match.
Are you crying?
Person? No, I was blowing my nose.
Okay, yeah, but I thought it might be because you were crying.
No.
Okay. David Francisco and Michael Oku starting off here. Gideon clearly rattled.
Successfully identified both men. Eventually.
Gideon Gray rattled by what happened on the way out to the ring from Sharp Samuels.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you not be rattled, Andy Quilden?
I don't sit here talking.
Get someone jumping you before a match and see if you
look
can
at this from David Francisco, and I'm not sure. Yeah, you saw Sharp Samuels giving his exact opinion of David Francisco.
That was funny.
And David Francisco
He's a piece of shit, but that was
knows how to get
funny.
into the head of Michael Oku. He knows how to get in the head of a lot of wrestlers, and that's why David Francisco's been so successful.
As the match continued, and Shah and Michael, obviously they don't have as much experience with teaming together. They can't tell exactly what to expect from the other person, right? But at the same time, there's also some intrigue happening with them because Shah is the undisputed British heavyweight champion, and Michael Oku is going to challenge him for the title in a few days at Live in London 100. So this happened.
Did you see? Sharp Samuels looking to take a page out of Michael Oku's playbook then, and Michael Oku not looking like he was happy with that.
I obviously could notice the fact that this was happening, and that there was this dissension happening here.
Right now,
and this is what I thrive.
Sharp Samuels just tagged himself in, and that
As this happened, the camera is not catching it, but I'm looking at JJ being like, watch it, watch it. We're going to get a chance to do something here. And we did.
David Francisco. Okay.
And the one thing about this is, individually, they may have been able to, like, in the beginning get the best of me, but together, JJ and I as a team are unstoppable.
These Sons of Southampton, they do work well together in tandem and combination. Anything but contenders to the undisputed British Tag Team Championships, because let's not forget, they will get a shot at those Tag Team Championships. I believe that shot will happen live in London 101.
When we're working together, when we're a team, we are able to take on anyone, including former heavyweight and tag team champions in RevPro, right? We are able to isolate Shah. The match continues as we go. There's a moment here where Shah has me in the butcher's hook, has me isolated. Mike and JJ Gale are the legal people on the match. And I saw I needed to do something. Before I faded, the only thing I could really do, because I couldn't get out of the grasp of Sharp Samuels, was to use our bodies as a weapon and kind of like let all this settle a little bit.
Francisco is absolutely taking it to Shah.
But what I do know is all four men in this contest want the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship.
Good on JJ to get it there. A nice combo that we do with the elbow and the and the Rainmaker.
British Heavyweight Champion, but watch out, David Francisco.
He's able to see the Rainmaker coming.
Samuel's big right hand.
Blocks it, and now here I am, manipulating the situation.
Francisco
was
just sent
totally
Oku into
deliberate
Samuels.
from
He
Michael
rolls him
Oku.
up. Feet on the ropes. Feet on the ropes.
What are you
Oku still
talking
kicked
about, feet on
out.
the ropes?
You know, right hand.
Big fist to the face.
JJ there wanted the tag,
JJ Gale asking for a
but
tag.
like
He's not
we
the
already
legal
set
man. He
up,
doesn't care.
we got it down.
Doomsday European.
Oh no, just a
Only a
count.
two.
Do you think the fact that
And
JJ
there is an
Gale was
argument
asking for a tag was because he was the one who wanted
Yes.
to get
that I
that
should
cover on
tag
Oku?
here.
And look at this, you're seeing this from David Francisco now. David Francisco saying, "I've got this, please, JJ. I've got this, please." And it's David Francisco who wanted this team in the first place, Gideon.
Hey, David Francisco has said in backstage comments it's not personal between him and JJ Gale.
JJ didn't come in.
Saving
Illegally
Michael
entering
Oku,
the
sending
ring.
Shah Samuels was able to take advantage of
into
it.
Gale. How's it you like to say? Turnabout is fair play.
That is fair.
As David Francisco eats the spine buster,
Oh, Jesus
and Shah
Christ.
Samuels to the top. There's a tag into Oku. Shah assault from Shah, but he's not the legal man. Michael Oku tagged himself in the ring.
That was nice of
Oku
Michael,
tagged
to be fair.
himself
I gotta say
Shah
it.
Samuels can't believe it. Look
Great
at the look on
mind
Shah
games. I
Samuels'
respect
face.
it.
As Oku turning Francisco over, and look at Shah Samuels eyeballing his tag team partner, and Oku leans back.
It is insane how when he leans back,
No choice.
there's like a jolt of electricity going from behind your hip all the way to your knee on the left leg. Can't explain it. It's so painful. It's the worst. There's the argument, right? I should have tagged. I understand that idea, but at the same time, there's a few things here that I think are important to keep in mind. First of all, if I tag, I already have my opponent there. If I tag, I'm slowing things down. I'm giving my opponents the opportunity to be able to kind of like counter, right? Like that, those seconds when I'm going to go for the tag may cost us the match, right? It is true, as I've asked JJ there, I really needed, this is so important to me, to be able to be the one pinning either Michael or Shah, but just to be the one that gets the win here. Just to at least start to right some wrongs of the things that have happened between us. JJ wanted the tag. I think maybe I didn't communicate things properly beforehand. I thought I did, but this was a very important match for me. People are already talking about JJ as like, oh, he's like a contender to the title and he's just doing this as a side trip like we've talked before. It was so important for me and for my standings to be able to affirm myself as being able to have this visual and have this spin. And I think JJ was just in, it is something you do and it makes sense to do, right? To frequently tag when you're having matches, tag team matches, so that you can stay fresh and you can constantly like stay together and work together, right? So this is the conversations we had backstage after the match.
JJ, I know and I'm sorry. It kind of got to me, and I'm sorry that Michael and Shah get to me, but they have been the two people that have been in my way for success here in RevPro, and I just get Michael Oku, I am not the champion right now because he stole that title from me, jumping me when the match wasn't on. And Shah Samuels, the reason why he's the champion right now, the reason why Shah is the undisputed...
David, that's exactly the issue here. Shah Samuels is the British heavyweight champion, and tonight I stood across the ring from him. And in that moment when I looked at that championship belt, it reminded me what this is all about. What it has always been all about, and that is me getting my hands on that undisputed British heavyweight championship. But things weren't clicking tonight, David. And this has been a hell of a ride. I can't believe I'm going to say this, David, but we're friends.
Yes.
But maybe we just...
No, JJ, no, wait. There's something I haven't told you yet because we've been focusing on the match. But RevPro saw the video that I put out, and I guess they agree that the dealer is biased because there's something cooking for Live in London 100 that is good for us. I'm just asking you to please just come on me this one ride, okay? Then we can talk about it, but I think I got this, okay? It's a match against a high-profile team, and I know that if we beat them, we are front of the line. We've already beaten the young guns. We get ourselves a title shot. Let's just do. I know this works. I know that it's not there because of our lack of experience together, but I know this works. Please, let me sort this out right now. But it's going to happen. high-profile team, we beat them, we get a title shot. Please. Don't give me an answer now. I'm gonna confirm this. Please. Please, JJ.
It's a bit bittersweet in the middle of this, isn't it? Because there's so much into what's happening here, right? Obviously, JJ wants to be the undisputed British heavyweight champion. He did do the thing in the beginning when everyone decided to copy me in the February 229 show and go out there and grab the microphone and say, oh, I want to be a champion too, right? It's okay for JJ to want to be the champion. Obviously, no one likes to lose. We did lose. It's not like we are undefeated or anything. There's potential here, and obviously it was very obvious what JJ Gale was about to say. I don't blame him for wanting the undisputed British heavyweight championship. Again, I continue to say it, two things can be true at the same time. It is possible for us to chase that championship at the same time that we chase the other championships, right? It feels very good to see JJ consider me a friend. Obviously, when I pushed for the team, I did it because I believed it would be mutually beneficial for both of us, and it is. But it is true that we have developed a great relationship, and as I said, we have each other's backs. That's great. There's an argument to say that I didn't have his back at that moment there, but it was just so important to me, and I do believe more important than it would be to him to be involved in that moment, to say that I have pinned Michael Oku again. It's at the end of the day, that's details, and I want to say here as well that you know what? It is true. We've grown very fond of each other. I consider him a friend as well. And it's great that we're able to say this. And it's also very good that he clearly separates that from work, right? From the achievements in wrestling. From the video that I put out, I talked with someone that said that we have a match against this high-profile team, and I think if we beat them, when we beat them, there's no question that we are number one contenders to the tag titles, okay? I'm gonna say who the team is here. I don't think it's been announced because it's not been confirmed yet, so don't take this as a confirmation. The match that was discussed and the names that I have had in the conversations with RevPro management have been Mills and Joshua. We met them in the finals of the B block. We almost had him. And I believe that now we are in a position where we can really get him. We have beaten the machine. We are a much well-oiled, if you don't mind, machine. And we can find a winning strategy for that match that then opens the doors for us to get our shots at the Young Guns and at the Undisputed British Tag Team Championships. And that doesn't nullify the chase of the Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. Of course not. Those two things can happen at the same time, but we can work together to get this one goal. And listen, I don't want to be pushy, right? If JJ's not into the team anymore, that's fair and he has every right to it, and we need to find an arrangement that works for both of us, right? Not even that. We don't have to find an arrangement that works for both of us. No, if someone isn't in on the team, then that's it, right? That's what they have the right to say that. I just appreciate that out of the mutual respect we've grown for each other, maybe even out of friendship, he seems to have given me this chance, and he still wants to continue to explore. I think he's just conflicted, honestly, the same way that I am. If it wasn't for the fact that in the ring were Michael Oku and Sha Samuels, if it wasn't for the fact that in the ring was the Undisputed British Heavyweight Champion, I probably wouldn't have been so adamant at being the one being legal and getting the pin for the end of that match. I understand how that feels like. I understand that JJ's feeling that way. I feel that way, and it's even worse in my case, because in my case, it's personal with both of them. I don't think those kind of emotions can be the only thing that lead our path to success in professional wrestling. I still believe there's potential in Sons of Southampton. I believe that our fans believe so. They've shown tremendous support. You guys have shown tremendous support to the team. And we still took the two people wrestling for the highest prize in independent wrestling, at least in this side of the planet, to the limit. That did happen. Let's take things one step at a time. I think that there's no point in trying to look at this situation with a very long-term thinking. We have to be adaptable and malleable in professional wrestling to be successful, right? But around the corner is an opportunity for us to finally having a chance at the Undisputed British Tag Team titles against a team that I have the number of, and that we, together since Southampton, have beaten before. I'm waiting for that to be confirmed. JJ's into it. The road to success is bumpy, right? This is just another bump on the road. Live in London 100, one of the biggest shows in the history of independent wrestling in this country. Definitely one of the biggest shows in the history of RevPro. I'm going to be a part of it. And if nothing else, at least it has been shown that the dealer is trying its best to check their bias. That is already a win. Me saying JJ Gale was perhaps deserved as if he's suggesting what I think he was. He has the right to suggest that. It's his prerogative. He has the right to suggest it. And I don't think anyone should make JJ Gale feel bad over suggesting and for saying what's on his mind and suggesting what he wants for him, right?